Okay, so let's look at this area and perimeter challenge. Mr. Jones is planning to plant grass and place a fence in a small yard. We know that fence is usually a math action word telling us that we're going to need to find what? Perimeter. In a small, place a fence in a small area for his dog. The rectangular dimension, so it's going to be a rectangle. Dimensions means what? What does the word dimensions mean? What does the word dimensions mean? Liam? What does the word dimensions mean? When it says label the dimensions, what are you needing to label? Gage? The length and the width. Everyone say it with me. Dimensions means length and width. Okay? You have to label dimensions on the post test. That is a word that we have talked about many times. You have to label the dimensions. If you don't know what that means, you're going to miss that. Rectangular dimensions are 12 by 15 feet. The grass cost 50 cents per square foot. The small fence costs $8 per linear foot. What's a linear foot? That's a word we haven't seen. What's a linear foot? It just means 12 inches. It just means it's a foot. Okay, it just means a foot. It's not a square foot. It's just measuring of a line. Linear means line. Okay, so for 12 feet, or 12 inches, or 1 foot, it's $8. Okay, how many feet of fence are needed for the total perimeter? Okay, so first of all, what do you think I want you to do? What do you think I want you to do first? Chloe, what do you think I want you to do first? Nope. The perimeter. But before I find the perimeter, what do I always do? Let's see. Nope, that would be how we find the area.
Draw the rectangle.
Draw the rectangle. Everybody draw the rectangle. It just is always a good idea to get a visual. So it's 12 feet by 15 feet. Label the dimensions. This is what you need to do when it says label the dimensions. Now, fence for the perimeter. What do I need to find to figure out how many feet of fencing he needs? Callie. Right, I need to find the perimeter, okay? So, I can use my formula, perimeter equals 2 times my length plus my width, or I can label this 15 and 12, and I can add all the sides. Everyone find the perimeter now. Okay, if your mask is not on, it needs to be covering your mouth and nose, please. Jacob, what'd you get? 54. Okay, so I did 15 plus 12, and I got 27. And then I multiplied that by 2 to get 54. Raise your hand if you use the same formula I used. Raise your hand if you added 15 plus 12 plus 15 plus 12. Raise your hand if you did 15 times 2 and 12 times 2 and added them together. Okay, any way is fine. So 54 what? What's my label? Feet. So how much is the fence going to cost? What do I need to do to find out how much the fence is going to cost? How do I figure out the cost of the fence? Go back to the text and tell me what I need to do. We have clue words boxed. We have important numbers circled. What do I need to do? Gage?
Find the area?
No, not for a fence. A fence is always only along the perimeter. Callie?
Find out the total, find out how much it costs and all.
Right, so what do I do to find out how much it costs and all? Not add. Okay, guys, the small fence costs $8 per foot. What do we do when that word per is in there? We multiply. So for 1 foot, it's $54. For 2 feet, it's $108. Every foot is I'm sorry, I just totally messed up. For every foot, it's $8. For 1 foot, it's $8. For 2 feet, how much is it? 16. For 3 feet, how much is it? 24. For 4 feet, how much is it? 32. We're multiplying. That word per means multiply. Okay? So it's 54 times 8, and that will give us the total cost of the fence. Everybody figure out the total cost of the fence now. Everyone should be figuring out the cost of the fence. Melanie, what'd you get? 432. Most of you are multiplying using the area model. 8 times 5 is 40. Add your 0. 8 times 4 is 32. Add your two partial quotients together to get $432. Now there will be a question on the test where you have to figure out a cost of something based on either the perimeter or the area. You'll have to read the problem to decide, are we talking about perimeter or area? Okay? How many square feet of grass are needed for the total area? Square feet means we're finding area. Total area means we're finding area. So we can look back up at our model. How am I going to find the area of that yard? How will I find the area of that yard? Quentin?
15 times 12.
Right, area equals length times width. So my area equals 12 times 15. Everybody figure out the area of the yard now. Okay, I'm going to stop the video and then I will send a picture of the answers. But if you're on the video, then you can try to finish solving that on your own.